President of the United States
pay for it.
and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States.
Preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States.
So help you God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. President. All the best wishes, Mr.
We are one nation, and their pain is our pain. Their dreams are our dreams, and their success will be our success. And whether we are black or brown or white, we all bleed the same red blood of patriots.
Very fruitful discussion while he was here. We talked about, obviously, the most important NATO mission right now, and that is Afghanistan. And we both agree that it is absolutely critical that we are successful in dismantling, disrupting, destroying the Al-Qaeda network, and that we are effectively working with the Afghan government to provide the security necessary for that country. This is not an American battle. This is a NATO mission as well, and we are working actively and diligently to consult with NATO at every step of the way. We also discussed missile defense. And we both agreed that the configuration battle, this is a NATO mission as well, and we are working actively and diligently to consult with NATO at every step of the way. We also discussed missile defense, and we both agreed that the configuration that we have proposed is one that ultimately will serve the interests of not only the United States, but also NATO alliance members most effectively. It allows for a full collaboration with NATO members, and we are very optimistic that it will achieve our aims and deal with the very real threat of ballistic missiles.
This is the way NATO wants to be seen, united, marching to the future, or in this case, across the bridge linking France and Germany over the Rhine River. That's France's president welcoming Barack Obama and the others to the French side in English as NATO leaders marked the 60th anniversary of the Transatlantic Alliance. But this is how the bridge looked hours later. Anti-war protesters clashing with police, setting fire to a nearby customs building and a hotel. And this is the NATO mission they're targeting, Afghanistan, a long, costly fight against an increasingly bold enemy. The president's decided to surge in some 21,000 more U.S. troops, and here at the summit he got staunch words of support.
All of NATO understands that Al-Qaeda is a threat to all of us, and that this collective security effort must achieve its goals.
The Allies will send thousands more troops and civilians to help secure upcoming elections and train Afghan troops and police. But none of those NATO units will see combat, meaning the war will increasingly be Americans. Yet Obama insisted he's not disappointed.
This was not a pledging conference. All the NATO allies have troops on the ground who are in harm's way.
And he told reporters the outcome does not reflect any lessening of alliance will.
I am encouraged by the President-elect's insistence that NATO is a commitment that does not change. Good evening, everybody. I just wanted to take a few minutes to talk about the substantial progress that the United States and our NATO allies have made here today. We head into tomorrow's meeting with an alliance that is fully aligned in its vision
concept that we are embracing shows that NATO is fully united about the way forward, addressing the full range of security challenges of this century. Our Article 5 commitment remains the center of our commitment. An attack on one NATO member is an attack on all. Just as we will always back up that conventional strength is necessary to defend our allies, we are now backing up that commitment with new capabilities and strength. So I'm pleased to announce that for the first time, we've agreed to develop missile defense capability that is strong enough to cover all NATO European territory and populations, as well as the United States. This important step forward builds on the new phased adaptive approach to missile defense that I announced for the United States last year.
Donald Trump firmly rebuked NATO leaders to their faces on Thursday. His message: spend more on defense.
But 23 of the 28 member nations are still not paying what they should be paying and what they're supposed to be paying for their defense. This is not fair to the people and taxpayers of the United States. 2% is the bare minimum for confronting today's very real and very vicious threats. If NATO countries made their full and complete contributions, then NATO would be even stronger than it is today, especially from the threat of terrorism. Would you like some nice ISIS fighters? I can give them. You can take everyone you want.
Je suis déterminé à défendre les intérêts du pays, à défendre les intérêts européens et à le faire dans le plus grand respect et l'amitié des États-Unis d'Amérique.
Inherited a situation where the European Union, which was formed partially for this reason, I guess for a lot of reasons it was formed, but partially to make better or take advantage of the United States. And they've done that very brilliantly. And it's not right. So I've exposed it. A lot of people didn't know it. And we're doing things. We have a tremendous amount of captured fighters, ISIS fighters, over in Syria. And they're all under lock and key. But many are from France, many are from Germany. They're mostly from Europe. And so the countries are agreeing. I have not spoken to the president about that. Would you like some nice ISIS fighters? I can give them. You can take everyone you want.
Let's be serious. There are a large number of fighters on the ground. Fighters coming from Syria, from Iraq, foreign fighters coming from Europe. And there is a total of the past. And I think number one priority is to get rid of ISIS.
There are some countries that aren't fulfilling their commitment. Those countries are going to be dealt with. Maybe I'll deal with them from a trade standpoint. Maybe I'll deal with them